We're back, baby. And guess what? The Kennesaw State Owls are bowl bound for the first time in school history. The second time it was even possible. Actually, I don't even know if it was possible last year, but the first time in school history, the Kennesaw State Owls are bowl bound. And there are 4 games left. This is what I'm thinking for the Owls right now. Win out, group of 5 playoff spot.
You got a shot at it.
Here's
It's
the
gonna be
thing,
tough. You got to have a lot of things happen.
the American Conference is going to beat each other up. Everyone's going to have 2 losses at the end. Doesn't matter. All right. Kennesaw State's going to have no conference losses. They're going to go to the Conference USA Championship and maybe have a rematch with Jacksonville State and beat them.
Mm.
What's more fun than beating Jacksonville State twice in a season? I'll tell you what, nothing. So I'm telling you, Kennesaw State by 90 every week. They probably got a bye week. They're probably going to start playing on Saturdays again,
Yeah.
which stinks. But still, that means Maction's on the way. And
That's right.
who knows what's freaking happening in the MAC. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent.
Nobody.
But we're back on pad level, everybody. I'm Jake. You got Griffin on one side, Dalton on the other side. Or maybe they're both to my right or left. I don't know how it's going to look whenever we get this done. Maybe above me, maybe below. But we're all here.
Behind and front.
We're, right. Yeah, I don't know. We're all here. And it's October 29th. All right. I'm in Eastern time. They're in Central time. That's how great technology is. It doesn't matter. We can do this video. Okay. Dalton, what's on your mind, brother? How are you?
Man, fantastic. Another great weekend of college football. It's getting to the point to where you can expect that every weekend is going to be great. There's going to be some huge headline, and every week's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the slate seems like it's not going to be great, it will be. It will be awesome.
100%.
So looking
100%.
forward to this week. Which this week you sent the games. It's not as many, I guess, high-profile games as we've had, but still, I mean, we've got a lot of good games, and I'm sure there are going to be some that play out this weekend that we don't talk about that are going to be awesome.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
No doubt about it. It happens every week. Every week it happens. Griff, sup, dog?
What up, man? Yeah, not a lot of high-profile games, but that always means that there's going to be one or two that don't turn out the way we think. A couple of them that are chalk on paper, and then once you put it on grass, it turns into something completely different. So looking forward to it. Always great when we get another week of college football.
Yeah. Y'all probably saw us already. I hate to break it to you. The West Alabama Tigers have lost 2 in a row to 2 very good football teams.
Mm-hmm.
West Florida,
Yes, they did.
Delta State. So
Yes, they did.
they're looking for the old at-large bid in the playoffs, in the Division II playoffs.
Yep. Yeah.
They got to win out. And can they do it? They probably should do it. Hey, give old Gilliland a call. Give Gilly a call. Say, hey, man,
Gilly.
get old Scotty Cochran on. Let's go. Let's beat the good teams, right?
Yeah,
Let's beat the bad ones and the good ones.
We were a part of some teams where it was the same thing. Our senior year, we were 6-0. We had just beat. Well, we were number West Georgia
15
maybe, and we had just beat like the number 6 team in the country, which was West Georgia, who's now FCS
at West Georgia, and doing Georgia. Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, and then we have 5 games left. 4 of them are home, 1's away, and we lose all 4 home games and win the 1 that's away. Missed the playoffs by 1 game.
Man, oh man,
so, seen it before.
You know, y'all beat West Georgia that year. The next year, I was coaching Mississippi College. We went to West Georgia and upset them.
Yeah,
they were number 5.
Yeah,
we beat them on a game-winning 2-point conversion from my boy Ron Creighton.
Remember that.
Shout out Ron Creighton. I talked to him recently. And he played B-back. I was coaching B-backs. Awesome. On the midline. Handed off on the midline for all my triple option buffs out there, baby. Let's freaking go, man. Let's go. Anyway, we're talking a little D2. But listen, thanks for listening. Thanks for getting on here and checking out the boys. Um, I ask that you subscribe, follow, rate, and comment. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but it would be great for us and it'd be great for you. The more comments and follows and subscribes, rates, the better it's gonna be for you. So get that going for us. And if you're watching, listening, go tell one or two people you know. Say, hey, I know these goobers who get on this thing and they talk about football. Maybe give them a listen. And listen, you don't have to listen if you just go subscribe. If you take their phone secretly and do it for them, that
They have no clue.
may be a little extra gift for you. Who knows? Merry Christmas to you, baby, and
Yep.
to pad level. Okay, we're gonna get into this first. AP poll reactions. All right, we're gonna the AP poll came out what? It comes out Sunday. It comes out very
Yep.
quickly, so those votes are in fast. Now, are those votes worth a crap?
I think they
Well,
have their votes already made before the games are played, and then they just send it in right after.
Yeah.
yeah. And the one reason I think I know that is because USC dropped out last week. Or yeah, the week before last.
Hmm.
Not in the top 25. We're on a bye week this Saturday and move into the top 25 up to number 23
Number 23.
Yeah.
after not playing. So that ought to tell you kind of everything you need to know.
And
I'm
Memphis
just gonna
just beats USF, and they're only number 25.
they just barely hop in there, you know.
Mm.
So it's what do you expect? We're gonna go through them real quick. This is not the Jake poll. I want you to understand this, folks. This is not the Jake poll. Don't come after me. This is not me. This is the AP, not the Jake P. Got me? Well, okay. All right. Here we go. Starting at number one. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Vandy. How about that? BYU. Here's another thing that's just crazy. BYU and Miami tied for 10.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Well, I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know.
You know
They
what?
had to. They had to just go D.
If you have two teams that are tied for a spot, and one has a 0 in the loss column and one has 1 in the loss column, the one who has 0 takes precedent, and they're the higher ranked team.
Therein
Just
lies the
insane.
issues with the AP.
So does this
Just
mean that this
insane.
week when they play, they're both going to have 10 by their name on the
Yeah.
scoreboard?
That'll
Yep.
be interesting to see.
They
That'll be
will.
interesting to see.
Mm.
That'll be interesting. Let's make sure we check on that and see.
Yeah.
All right, we're now to number 12. We're past 10 and 10. Now we're on
Double
12
tens.
because that makes a lot of sense. Notre Dame 12, Texas Tech, Tennessee, Virginia, Louisville, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, ugh, Michigan, Houston, USC, Utah, Memphis. Here's one of my issues with the poll. Texas is number 20. They should have been ranked last week,
Mm-mm.
you know? And then they squeak out two. This is 2 weeks in a row they squeaked out wins. Now it's not easy to win in SEC,
No.
right? And they were on the road both those games too, I think.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, but they just didn't look very good. First game, no offense. Second game, no defense.
Yeah.
Dog, that
So
Kentucky game was trashy to watch.
not ideal. Not ideal. What? Any other thoughts on the AP poll, gentlemen? I mean, you got anything else, or you feel like the AP just hit the nail on the head?
I wish they would
They
hit me
hit
in the
their
head 'cause I'm
finger
tired
with
of
the
watching
hammer.
it. Yeah.
Well, hey, listen. Next week we get our first playoff rankings, so
Yeah.
then that'll take the AP out of
Yeah.
it. Now, will we just love the college football playoff rankings? Probably not.
It'll
But
be
it's the
better.
first week of it, so it'll be okay. Sorry, go ahead, D.
Utah being number 24 after you talked about it Sunday. It was like they could not stop scoring
Mm-hmm.
in the first half. Like I don't know. I think
Yeah.
Colorado was dressed up in Utah jerseys and scoring for Utah. But how do they go from unranked to 24 and USC goes from unranked to 23? USC didn't even play.
Yeah. That's a
Mhm.
really good point. And like you said, Utah, they didn't just beat Colorado. I don't
God,
even know
killed
what the
them.
word for it is. I don't even know if there's a word for it.
Obliteration.
it was so unbelievable watching that game that I felt like every time I looked away, Utah was in the end zone
No
again.
doubt.
Every single time.
No doubt.
I have an issue with Texas at 20. They need to give Houston some love, man. Houston at
Yeah.
23, got to put them boys up in the top 20.
Yeah.
They continue to take care of business. Cincinnati's the same way. 17, I would maybe swap them with Tennessee, or maybe just move Tennessee back and then move Virginia, Louisville, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's just doing the same thing. They take care of business. Now this week they got a test, so
They'll
we're
get
gonna find
tested.
out. We're gonna
Yeah.
find out. But other than that, I don't really have much of an issue. I think it's pretty fair. Maybe I mean Notre Dame is tough with them being 5-2 and sitting there at 12. Two losses to top 10 teams, but
Yeah.
I don't
So, I
know.
mean, I think not with everybody, but maybe more than I'm thinking. I think the AP poll predicts a little bit too much. They try to predict,
Yeah,
I'm putting USC there because I think they're going to end up there in the end, or they're
Hmm.
going to win a couple games and be up there anyway.
Yeah.
Which that's not what this is. I mean, that's not what the AP poll's for.
Yeah.
it
It's
should
to
be
predict.
reactive.
It's for whatever's going on that week. That week
Hmm.
that should kind of, the saying is you're as good as the last time or last stuff you put on film.
Hmm.
And that's what the AP poll should be. One team that needs to, I'm sure they got some votes, but they didn't get in there. The midshipmen of Navy.
They were the first out.
Yep.
Ah, come on, man. Get
Let
them
me
in
let me
there.
let me tell you this. I don't know how in the world LSU and Illinois are still receiving votes to be in the top 25.
Yeah.
Guys, it's got to stop. I
Mhm.
know they're 5-3, and 5-3 is not a bad record, whatever. But both of those teams, when they play good teams, they look terrible. They look awful.
Mm,
Um, yeah.
yeah, not great. Not great, man. Not great. All right, so we're gonna roll right along here. We've already talked about we're gonna get some. Actually, no, no, no. I'm gonna change this up a little. We're gonna go FCS D2, D3 games first. Okay, we're gonna give them a little love to start with. We're just gonna roll right through them. FCS games to look at, to pay attention to, in my opinion. Dartmouth at Harvard. We know they're
Ooh,
smart. We understand that. But Harvard's undefeated. Dartmouth has one loss.
Yeah.
I believe Dartmouth has already beaten Yale. And now we've talked about this. The Ivy League can now get into the FCS playoffs. So, um, that's going to be a huge game. Harvard is the favorite. They're probably going to win it. Now we had North Dakota State at South Dakota State last week. Now we've got North Dakota at South Dakota, and it's usually a pretty good game. It's a rivalry game, obviously. North Dakota is leaps and bounds better than South Dakota right now. North Dakota
hmm
should get after them pretty good.
Yep.
Here's one that's closer to home, for me at least. Gardner Webb at Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech's undefeated, just beating the piss out of everybody they even look at. They're
Yeah.
just beating.
Killing folks.
Gardner Webb has had some highs, a couple lows. They're kind of roller coaster, but now Gardner Webb can win this game and win out and win the conference. They kind of control their own destiny, if I'm not mistaken. So could be a big game. Listen, Texas and Rio Grande Valley, first year FCS squad, beat Incarnate Word last weekend. I called it. I got it correct. Incarnate Word's not very good. They go to Stephen F. Austin, who is the favorite in the Southland Conference. Huge conference game in the Southland, right? Going to be a good one. Dalton, it's your boy. Bama State. Body.
Andrew
Bama
Body.
State. Yeah. At Prairie View A&M. Y'all know who the head coach is at Prairie View A&M?
I don't.
It's Tremaine Jackson, who used to be at Valdosta State. I don't know
Oh
if y'all
wow.
crossed paths with him. Maybe y'all had him the first year he was there. I can't remember. But he was there when I was at Mississippi College, Tremaine Jackson was, at least one of the years, if not both. And So he's now at Prairie View A&M. Prairie View A&M is kind of on a roll. Alabama State lost to Jackson State close, beat the piss out of Alabama A&M. Now Alabama State. Alabama State, I'd love to see them win out. I'd love to see them win out and Jackson State lose one more game. Call me biased to Alabama. That would put Alabama State in the Celebration Bowl. Probably the first
Ooh.
time. I've never seen them in a
I've never
Celebration
seen
Bowl.
him either.
Mm-mm.
It maybe the first time ever.
Nope.
Intriguing. All right, here's the last one, FCS. This is Tarleton State over in Texas at Abilene Christian. Tarleton State is spanking everybody they play to. They're ranked number 3 in the coaches poll, I think, for FCS. This will be probably one of their biggest tests so far. They've just been killing everybody. But Tarleton State should get after them pretty good, even though it's on the road. All right, D2. I got to shout out my boy Nick Holton. We call him the Big Wave. Big
Wow.
Wave. Close, not quite. He is at McKendree. Okay, McKendree. They're playing Upper Iowa. Upper Iowa was 6-2. So this is a huge game for McKendree. Get a W, right? Last year, they kind of did what y'all did at West Allier last year. They went, I think, 0-5 and then finished 5-0. They did about almost the same exact thing, or whatever, whatever it is, however many games they play. All right, huge game for them. The Pioneers, Mars Hill's going to Greenville, Tennessee, really Tusculum, to play the Pioneers. We got to get on track, boys. Get on track. Let's go. The Pioneers, we got to get on track and let's get some freaking W's to end the year.
Let's do it.
Who are you, Pioneers? Are you going to lay down and finish the season like this? Or are you going to say, hey, I'm going to be remembered as a freaking fighter. I'm going to come out and play every game hard, and I'm not going to lay down. We're going to go win some games. Go beat Mars Hill. They're right in my backyard right now. Go beat Mars Hill. Okay.
I'm gonna go beat Mars Hill right now.
You better. You better. Big one in the Gulf South before it just completely explodes and it's not there anymore. West Florida at Delta State. The two teams that just beat West Al in the Mississippi Delta.
Mm.
West
Nobody
Florida
knows what's going on down there.
probably don't want to know a lot of the time. Might not be great stuff.
Mm.
West Florida ought to beat them bad, I think. West Florida's ranked in the top 5 in D2 right now.
Yeah.
They're always super good. They're good again. Last one, D2. My boy Cole Watson. I'm shouting him out every week because they're rolling right now. And let's keep rolling. Newberry Wolves at Anderson. Anderson, hey, they're the new kids on the block. They think they're big time. Go beat the piss out of them. Just go beat them, right? At their place, go beat them. D3. Barry's going to Danville, Kentucky to play center. Spelled like Centray, but you say it's center. And Barry's finna get a dub. They're finna win out and win the SAA conference and get a playoff spot. I just feel it. And last but not least, my boy Ridge Murphy, the bald himself. Southwestern at Millsaps. It ought to be just a drumming. Millsaps ought to drum Southwestern. I think the Pirates. Run them out of the stadium. Run them out of Jackson, Mississippi. I don't want to see a Southwestern anymore, dude. That's what we got, lower level. All right? Now, some people may come in here and say, oh, dude, D2 and D3, you're not talking about the best games. Shut up. Yes, I am. We're talking about the best games in Division 2 and Division 3. Y'all agree?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't talk about
that's
anything
okay.
other than the best games. So
Right. Thank you. All right.
So true.
One of these days we'll get to those other teams that y'all say are so great. We'll get to them. But we're talking about the boys right now, okay? Gentlemen, weekday games. We had Kennesaw State Owls just actually didn't get after them. Started off fast,
Yes.
lost the lead, and then finished fast. That's exactly what they did the week before, too. We got to find a way Coach Bohannon used to tell us this when I was at Kennesaw State, ironically. The middle 8 minutes of the game, huge swings in the game. 4 minutes before halftime, 4 minutes after halftime. Because you could be, here, think about this scenario. You go in and you score at the end of the first half, and then say you kicked off to start the game, you're getting the ball again. You could get 2 touchdowns to their basically 0,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
or vice versa. It can happen to you or you're on defense and it happens to you. Huge part of the game. They got to pick it up. They got to pick it up. I saw some tackling in that little span in the middle that's really concerning. Saw just some lunge, just some push. We got to wrap. We got to roll. I'll roll tackle. Let's wrap and roll and get them to the ground, right?
Let's do it.
Wrap roll. Okay? I'll roll tackle. Brian Newberry, Navy head coach, undefeated. I'd listen to him if I were you on how to tackle. Okay. That's Kennesaw State beat UTEP. James Madison beat Texas State 52-20. Also, Kennesaw State game. I saw this. Kennesaw State was favored by 12.5.
Yeah, I
Kennesaw
saw
State
it.
won by 13. And UTEP was going down the score, and there was the guy's knee was down way back instead of being down inside the 10. So then UTEP didn't score, so that hit. And also, the over-under was 53.5. And they scored 53 points total, and UTEP
Dang.
almost scored to go over. So, pretty crazy.
Look at Vegas.
James Madison beats the piss out of Texas State. It was close to the halftime. Second half,
28-20 at halftime.
yeah. James Madison took over in the second half. That
What did
is
you say
the
final score
former
was?
52-20.
Yeah. James Madison was up 28-20 at half, and then, I think it was maybe 6 or 7 minutes left in the third. They were up 49-20. Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
So they're good. They just started off a little slow. They were in Texas. They're going a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Former home of Kurt Signetti, might I add. Okay.
They didn't need
All right.
Kurt.
Nah. Fire him. He didn't go undefeated
Yeah.
every year. Got
Well,
fired.
these days, that's how it goes. All right, here we go. Right now, in the present, we've got Jacksonville State at Middle Tennessee State. Jacksonville State's a 3.5-point favorite. All right. Also, we got Florida International at Missouri State. I believe Missouri State is a 3.5-point favorite in that one, at least when the game started, or earlier today when I
I
looked
think
at it.
that's right.
Both are 3.5-point
Mm-hmm.
favorites. Tomorrow, guess what? We've got Fun Belt tomorrow. It's all Fun Belt. No, sorry. Fun Belt and American Conference. We got Marshall at Coastal Carolina. Sneaky game right there. Coastal Carolina is dominating in league play right now.
Yeah.
Sneaky game. Tulane at UTSA. Tulane is trying to get the Group of 5 playoff spot, and they're trying to keep John Summerall around, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's a huge game for Tulane trying to get in the playoff tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Now Friday, a nice slate on Friday. Memphis at Rice, and you heard me correctly, at Rice. We're not talking about their meal Friday night. We're talking about Memphis at Rice University. And Rice, in case you haven't watched, which a lot of people probably haven't, is running the form of the triple option. Count me in, baby. I'm getting their film sent to me. And I love it. Okay? Here we go. Memphis got to get a big win to stay afloat in the playoff race.
Yeah.
North Carolina, UNC at Syracuse. Is this the week that UNC finally gets a win in a versus Power 4 opponent?
Maybe.
I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes,
picking
too.
UNC to get the dub.
Especially
Now
with,
it's on the road.
with
It's on the road.
Syracuse with the backup quarterback, they just have not been the same since Angelo
Yeah.
went out against Clemson. UNC, they're right there, man. They've been right there for, 2 or 3 weeks now. So,
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Or 2 games in a row. You know what? I think it's a week. I'm probably going to get bid on it, but I think it's a week. Last one on Friday, 8 p.m. Sam Houston State at Louisiana Tech. Has Sam Houston State won a game yet? No, they have not. They're 0-7. They're 0-7. And that's what they get for beating us in the playoffs in 2017. Anyway, let's move on here. Let's not get
Don't ever do it
personal.
again.
Let's not don't ever think about it, okay? here we go. Let's talk about the games. And listen, I'm gonna roll through them. Okay, you give me a little piece, immunity, and we're gonna get rolling to the next one. Okay, now ACC. Start with ACC.
Okay.
The first one, my man Connor Morgan and the Mustangs. Miami's coming to town. What do you think? SMU, I think, was in a look ahead spot last week of playing Wake Forest.
Very possible. Yeah, I picked Miami. I just SMU. What you did last week, had you had you at least have had won that game, I would have probably picked SMU. Gosh, it was just such a bad showing. However, I will say this: at SMU makes me feel a little bit better about SMU. I'm still going with Miami, but SMU, I think they're top 10 in the country this right now in turnovers on defense. So look for Carson Beck to maybe throw a pick or two and keep SMU in the game. So give me Miami, but SMU good.
Are you taking Miami to cover 12 and a half?
No, that's actually no. We'll get into it a little
Okay.
bit later, but
Okay.
no.
Yep. Okay. D?
Yeah, pick Miami too. Like you said, they do force a lot of turnovers. Carson Beck just threw 4 picks a couple weeks ago, so SMU could keep it close. But I think Miami's offenses and their defense both are they're both very good at what they do. I think it's going to be hard for SMU to, especially after losing to Wake Forest. It's going to be tough to get everybody back in high spirits.
Yeah. I think it might be the opposite, D. I think it might be the SMU was looking ahead to Miami, and so now they might be on their game even more. But I'm going with Miami. Get the ball to Malachi Tony every possible chance you get, and then also let Ruben Bain just tear people apart,
Yeah,
and you win the game. Next game, next game, Duke at Clemson.
I got Duke.
Mm.
I cannot trust this Clemson team. I know they've played better lately, but Duke is a sneaky good team. I know they got
Yep.
beat pretty handily by Illinois, but that game was the scoreboard was not very indicative of the way that game went.
Yeah.
Give me Darian Mensah, Manny Diaz, and Duke and the boys to go to
Oh,
Clemson and get the win.
the Dookie boys.
Mm-hmm.
D, any
I'm
thoughts,
going
brother?
with Clemson in this one. So they do
Okay.
have a lot of talent. They have obviously underperformed by a huge margin so far this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they do have a good team, and Duke has not impressed me very much this year. So I'm going to take Clemson.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Clemson's reeling. They're trying to figure something out. Dabo's trying to figure it out, and it's at Clemson. But I'm picking Duke. Same thing with you, Griff. Trust meter. This is 10 over here. This is 0. Clemson's way over here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I got no trust in them cats.
Yeah, and
No pun intended.
for me, Duke is not much farther ahead, but I think that now Clemson is coming off a bye week, so that plays into it a lot. However, Duke has picked it up since that Illinois loss, so that's the reason that I'm going with Duke.
I think Duke's going to be more physical. A fun one. Wake Forest at Florida State.
Mm,
I pick Wake Forest. I can't
mm.
trust Florida State. I can't. I can't trust Castellanos.
Yeah. I just don't know. I picked Florida State, but not because I was comfortable with it.
Yeah, this one, keep your money away from this one.
Yeah,
At minus
keep
nine
your
and a
keep your
half,
women
Florida
and
State
children
right
away
now.
from this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if it's minus 9.5 Florida State, you might take Wake Forest plus 9.5.
Yeah,
That's a good
Yeah.
point, Dave. That's a good point.
But as far as money line, no, I wouldn't
nah.
touch it.
Oh no.
But
No.
I like Florida State to win, but I like it to be close. I'm be honest, I am surprised at Wake Forest this year. I didn't think they'd be
Mm-mm.
5-2 at this point. But hey, Robbie Ashford, greatest quarterback of our generation,
True.
when he's not at Auburn.
True.
Wow. Get out of my face with that, dude. All right. A couple quicker ones. We're gonna go Georgia Tech and NC State. Is this a letdown week for Georgia Tech? Did I say Georgia State? I meant Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, gentlemen.
I don't see it
Um,
being a letdown week,
no.
honestly.
This is in Raleigh. This game is in Raleigh.
Yeah, I know. I just think, Georgia Tech, didn't they just went on the road and beat Duke?
Mm-hmm.
That was
That was
2 weeks
Duke.
ago, but
No,
yes,
no, they
Duke's-
beat
they beat Syracuse at home
Syracuse.
last
That's right.
week.
That's right. 2 weeks ago, beat Duke on the road.
Yep.
God, I know NC State is. It's not like they're a bad team. I just think Georgia Tech is. They just find a way to win.
It's more physical, man. It's more physical. I think they're gonna be more physical. NC State can score. Georgia Tech's more physical.
Yeah, and with Georgia Tech having Diego Pavia's twin brother at quarterback,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with it.
Are you telling me that Diego Pavia and Haynes King are twin brothers?
Either that or they're the same person. They play the exact same.
They play very similar.
Yeah.
Now, yes, they play very similar. Diego Pavia, I think, gets a little more hype.
Absolutely.
He's more swaggy than Haynes.
He's more
King is.
swaggy. He's more swaggy, right?
Swaggy
swaggy.
P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I got Georgia Tech. Also, Wake Forest. I picked Wake Forest in the one before, but Georgia Tech. They're just too physical. I think they're going to score a lot of points. NC State's defense is a bit shaky and has been for a fair portion of the season, especially the last couple weeks. So yeah, give me Georgia Tech to put up some points. I'm not sure what is the spread on this game. I'm not sure.
I think
It's 5.5.
5.5.
Give me Georgia Tech to cover that.
Give it to me. Come on. Let's get it. Let's cover. Let's cover, Yellow Jackets. I like that. All right. Quick one here. Virginia at Cal. It's in Cal. Can
Give me
Virginia, can they take care of it even on the traveling coast to coast?
I think so. Give me Virginia to take care of business. Gosh, man, it is gonna be tough going across the country and playing that game because Cal's a solid team. I wouldn't say they're great by any means. Tough loss last weekend.
Yep.
Really tough.
That hurt me bad.
But
Those guys.
give me Virginia to go into Cali and win that one.
Yeah, I got Virginia too.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I think they're just going to be too much for the Bears. All right, here we go. Oh, look who it is. Look who made an appearance, huh? Y'all see?
I don't see him.
What?
I'm guessing it's Juke.
Oh. Yeah, it is. I guess it's cut off right here. Okay, interesting.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, Big Ten now. Penn State, Ohio State. Is there any shot? Is there any shot that doesn't
No.
upset here at Penn State and Ohio State?
Nope.
I don't think so either, and they might run it up.
I'll say this. Never say never. I think there's a 99% chance that Ohio State wins this game. That we thought there was no shot UCLA would beat Penn State.
Yeah.
So maybe Penn State plays that same spoiler against Ohio State. I don't see it happening. Not one
It is-
shot.
It is Penn State's turn to be the spoiler. They're not on.
Yeah.
They're not the getting spoiled anymore. They're the spoiler.
But give me Ohio State, and give me Ohio State to cover too. I think they get over that 29.
3 touchdowns, huh?
Especially at home.
You know, I don't disagree with you. I think that's probably fairly safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. What do I have written here? Oh, Indiana at Maryland.
Yeah,
Indiana
it's
at
like
Maryland.
TU.
Yeah, I thought it was
I'm sitting
TU.
here trying to
Who
think
was
of who
that?
is TU. I'm like,
Who's
Tusculum is playing Maryland?
Yeah, I thought, well, no. Okay, yeah. Indiana at Maryland. Same thing. Maryland's played some teams close. Does Indiana go into Maryland and just blow them out like they've done everybody else almost, except for Iowa?
Yeah. You know what? Me and G
It's
had
21 and a
UCLA.
half.
Yeah.
21 and a half.
Yeah.
me and G had UCLA plus 28.5 last week, and Indiana covered that in the first half,
Easy.
and it
Easy
wasn't even
money.
close.
Nope.
Indiana looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
they look good, and UCLA was had a little bit of momentum going, and they drubbed them. I mean, hard. So I'm going Indiana, and I think, I mean, honestly, I would buy it down to 20.5, but I'd take Indiana. I mean, honestly, if it were 24 or 23.5, I'd take them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked Indiana too. The 21.5 kind of worries me with Maryland coming off a bye and being at home. Um, but yeah, give me Indiana. They're just rolling. I mean, they are absolutely rolling.
They're
I,
good, man.
I, I think they should be the number one team in the AP poll. I get why you don't have them there, but goodness
Yeah,
gracious, the body of work that they put together so far is just
it's good.
Yeah.
it's really good. So, but yeah, give
Yeah.
me Indiana.
You got an argument for that.
Hmm.
All right, last one in Big Ten, and maybe a pretty good one. I think it's a
Yeah,
good one.
Rivalry.
should
USC and
be.
Nebraska. Um, I went with USC.
Hmm.
It's kind of the same thing. I don't trust Nebraska as much. They play everybody so close. Even the games they win, they play the games so close.
Yeah,
It's like they cannot, offense, defense, they cannot break that barrier and go finish a
to put
game.
it
It's
away.
always
Yeah,
kind of, they hang around and they'll find a way to win a lot, most of their games. But I want to see them break through and go finish like USC did against Michigan.
Hmm.
That's why I'm picking USC. And
yeah,
now Nebraska's going to try to pound them. But guess what? USC pounded Michigan 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, this is not like a normal Lincoln Riley team. Just kind of Hollywood-esque. They're a
Mm,
pretty physical team. I think
yeah.
they will be able to match Nebraska's physicality, and I think their skill players are just they're too good. Give me Jade Maava and Makai Lemon to have a day. Give me USC
Mm,
to cover that 6.5 over the
mm.
Huskers of Corn.
Dang it, brother. I like that.
yeah. I take USC as well. Yeah, like you said, Jake. I don't trust Nebraska in any game they
Trust me.
played.
Trust meter's low, man.
Too close. I think USC's offense is too good.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't think Nebraska can keep up.
Yeah. USC going on the road, beat Nebraska. Did USC play Michigan at home? They played them at home, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to
Now,
see if USC can go on the road.
that is one thing is USC has not played well on the road. Lost to Illinois, lost to Notre Dame. So we'll see. But I still trust them to win this game.
Same here. Same here, man. Same here. All right. That's it for the Big Ten. Big 12, we got 3 games. The first one, very intriguing. Cincinnati at Utah. I'm excited about that one, man. I
Yeah.
think it's
Hmm.
going to be good. And you know what? You know what? Call me what you want. And this game starts at 10:15 p.m.
Holy
So
smokes.
so good luck going to sleep at a decent hour because your butt better be up watching this one. It's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati at Utah at 10:15 p.m. Utah is a 10.5 point favorite. Give me
Wow.
Cincinnati plus 10.5. I
Yeah.
think that's a no-brainer. Cincinnati has been way too impressive up to this point to not at least take them 10, plus 10.5.
Yeah.
Utah has had the moments to beat Colorado, beat the absolute piss out of them.
Yeah.
We all saw it. We all know it. But I think Cincinnati has been very impressive, and I love the quarterback, man. I love the quarterback,
Yep.
and maybe I'm just biased because of that, but I'm going Cincinnati to win outright, so I'm definitely going Cincinnati plus 10.5.
Yeah. I don't even have this game circled on my sheet. I could not pick a winner. I do like Cincinnati plus 10.5. I think it's gonna be a really close game. I am going to go with you, Jake. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Just every week, it's just one of those teams where every week it's kind of like BYU. Just need to see more, need to see more, but they keep proving it every week. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I got to just trust them. Give me Cincinnati at Utah. This would be a huge win. And when we talk about Heisman stuff later on, we can get more into the Sorsby and how big of a game this
Yeah,
is for
yeah,
his dark horse Heisman hopes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
G's just following along. He don't even know who to pick.
He's just
Um,
copycat, man.
just copycat. Yeah.
You go
I'm
first
gonna
then.
go with Utah in this one.
Oh,
Utah, I like the way they've looked. They had the loss to Texas Tech at home earlier in the year. I get it. Um, but I think, I think Cincinnati's a great team. The 10.5, crazy. I mean, this should be more
that's a
like 4.5, if anything.
that's a lot of points. Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, Jake, I would take Cincinnati plus 10.5, but I think Utah is going to win it. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yep.
What do y'all think about the over under 55.5? Y'all think there's gonna be some points in this game? Or you think it's gonna be?
You certainly got a chance to go way over.
Yeah. That's the thing
I
about
mean, you
these Big
saw
12 games is it either goes way over or it's way under.
or no points at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Yeah.
Kennesaw, and because they were right on the number.
Right on
I'm
it.
saying the Big 12 games.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said just any game. We'll have to edit that out.
No, we're leaving it in there. Yeah, so that'll be fun to watch the final of that game at 2 a.m. That'll be great.
Feel like watching
All
the
right.
World Series.
Texas Tech at Kansas State. What kind of game do you think Kansas State can play? They're at home. Kansas State's at home. What do you think? Kansas State is now back playing better. They start off the year not as good. Now they're going the way they want to go.
Yeah.
They smoked Kansas last week.
Yep. Sure did.
An absolute
Kansas State,
thorough whipping. Gosh, I picked Texas Tech just because my trust with Texas Tech is higher. However, lately Kansas State's been playing like the team that we thought we were getting going into this season. It's hard for me to pick Kansas State right now over Texas Tech, even though Kansas State's been playing the way they have lately. And Texas Tech, is Baron Morton going to be playing this game? I don't know if y'all looked at that or not.
I don't think so.
Oh gosh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he is. He's not on the.
Oh, is he back?
Will Hammonds out.
Well, what are they going to do? Both of them are going to get hurt. You got to go put a wide receiver at quarterback.
Season. I don't know.
I don't know.
Crap.
Yeah, give me Texas Tech. I don't know if they cover the 7.5 though. Kansas State, the way they're playing right now, but I do like Texas Tech to win the game.
Yeah. If you looked at this game before the year started, you would have thought that if anything, the records would have been flipped. Kansas State, we've been sitting here saying Kansas State's probably going to go on and win the Big 12, make the playoffs, but that's just not how it played out. Kansas State looked really ugly beginning of the year. Really should have lost to North Dakota.
Definitely, and lost to Army.
Yeah. Who
at home
lost to Tarleton State. So Tarleton State beat Kansas State. Congrats, guys.
Tarleton State would be, transitive property. Yeah, they did. Tarleton State would be a heck of a Group of 5 team.
Yeah,
that's how good they are.
This is off topic a little bit, but imagine North Dakota State in G5.
We need to see it
in Mountain West. Put them in Mountain West.
They would.
Be Mountain West?
Guys,
I don't know.
Guys, let me tell you something. It might be bad for those squads.
But now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I thought about with North Dakota State is they've sustained the success for so long at the FCS level. You can pitch FCS national championships, all this stuff. They put guys in the league probably at a more consistent clip than any other team in the FCS. If they go to the Mountain West, what's the pitch then? Because now you've got Boise State you're competing against.
Yeah.
You got UNLV, Fresno. I still think they would be really good. I'm just that's something I thought about.
This is what I used to say. What you're saying right now all the time when I was at Kennesaw State, when I was a graduate assistant at Kennesaw State recruiting kids, and they would say, "Well, I got this offer to Ball State or wherever." No shade on anybody. Just saying any Group of 5 team. at that time when there was no playoff spot for a G5 team. So it was really no chance of winning the national championship, just about. Cincinnati was the closest.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, I used to say that all the time. You say, why would you go somewhere where you know there's no chance of winning a national championship? But kids would do it because it is FBS. That's one. Now, North Dakota State's different because they run FCS every year. You've got FBS, that's one. That was a time where FBS was getting cost of attendance checks, so you could go get a little extra money in your pocket, right? Um, so while to me it was clear. It was clear. Why would I mean? And now I was biased because I played at Kennesaw State and I love it, and I wanted the kids we recruited to come to Kennesaw State. But the pitch, it all depends about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go FBS, and say you played FBS, and you might play, you might start, who knows? Or do you want to go to Kennesaw State and be in a legitimate, or this is any FCS, be in a legitimate position to go play for a national championship, basically year in year out. I understand different teams are on different levels and resources are different, but if you go win your conference, guess what? You're in the playoffs. Even if you
Mm-hmm.
don't and you have a really good record, 10-1, 11-1,
Yeah.
9-2, 10-2, you got a chance to get in that large. I think it's like 8 spots at large that you can get in. I mean, it's not perfect, but you get a good shot to get in. And then once you get in the playoffs, who knows what can happen? So that is off topic a little, but I used to say that all the time, Griff, all the time. Now it's a little different now because G5 has got a legitimate pinned in playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
So now the sell is you could come here and we could become the top G5 team and you could play in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
That's the sell now. Now, some teams is more realistic than others obviously, but that's the sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are selling the piss out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would too. I would too. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, North Dakota State would be good in FBS, but I just love FCS football, so if they stay, I'm totally fine with it. Okay,
Yep.
last one in Big 12. We'll do this quickly. This one, these teams aren't ranked, but they're probably right on the cusp. If they have a few good wins in a row, they'll get back in.
Yeah.
Arizona State and Iowa State.
I took Iowa State. Man, I thought Arizona State was they shot me last week. I didn't think they were going to lose to Houston, but Houston is a good team.
Houston's good,
I,
man.
I thought they could have taken care of business at home, but
Yeah.
that's really what swayed me toward picking Iowa State in this game. It's -7.5 Iowa State. I think it'll be closer than that,
Yeah.
but I think Iowa State will pull it out.
Yeah. I like Iowa State too. I don't like the 7.5, so I agree, D. I think it's gonna be close. On the Houston note, good for Connor Wigman. That's all I wanted to say. But yeah, I got
Hey,
Iowa
you know
State.
what? That is true. That is true, man. That's true. Good for him. Good for him.
Also,
Um.
Sam Levitt's out, and Jordan Tyson is questionable. So
Oh man. Well, I
Give me
mean,
Iowa State to cover.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess we
and
saw
Iowa
what
State's
happened when.
offense score enough points to cover it.
Yeah.
Dang, brother. Hmm. Anyway, I like Rocco Beck, Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
All right, SEC. I've got 3 games here. What do they call it? The biggest cocktail party in the South or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Down in Jacksonville, Florida at Georgia. Florida, obviously, head coach is gone. They got an interim. Can they give Georgia a little scare? Can they give them a run for their money?
Yeah,
This,
I
I,
think
I, I, I agree.
Georgia's going to win, but I would not be surprised if Florida pulled this one out.
That's bold
Honestly,
words going against the dogs, baby.
I know.
Dogs.
Like I think because Georgia obviously has shown that they can win in 1,800 different ways, but I think Florida's got a really good roster, and they've just not promoted, but they've just named the interim, the Gonzalez guy. I think he's the receivers coach or something, or OC. But he's been at Florida 3 different times. He's known around the team. And so it's just one of those feelings when an interim comes in that's been, an assistant coach, and then head coach gets fired and they bring him up and everybody rallies around him.
Yeah.
I see Florida having some
UCLA.
fire. Yeah, and fans are going to be excited. I mean, everybody loves when something changes, even if what you're doing is really fun. They just want to see something happen different. So I think the fans are more rallied around it now that Napier's gone. So don't be shocked if Florida wins, but I think Georgia pulls it out.
I'm going to go the opposite direction as far as it being close. I think Georgia wins it. I think they cover it. Both of them coming off buys. Florida run game fairly good with Jaden Ball. However, Georgia's run defense is really good. So I don't trust DJ Lagway. Now, I don't trust DJ Lagway to throw them to a win. Now, they do have Dallas Wilson, really, really good true freshman receiver down there.
He is good.
But this game being neutral site, you don't get the feeling of the swamp in this one. Give me Georgia. I think they cover it. I'm thinking 10-14, maybe more, just depending on how it goes. But I think Georgia by at least 10. Trust meter.
Yeah, trust meter's really high on the Bulldogs. The first quarter, I don't know if this is a good analysis or not. I don't know if this is just duh or not, but the first quarter is going to tell me a lot about if the game's going to be close or not. If Georgia's going to start fast, they're going to go score a bunch of points. If they're going to start slow, it's going to be an absolute dog fight.
That's true.
And I don't know. They've done both, but they found a way to win both. So I don't know. But I got Georgia. A super fun one. Vanderbilt at Texas. I'm just going to go ahead and say Vandy. Give me Vandy. And they are the underdog. Texas is favored by 2.5 right now at home. So that means basically Vandy, if they were at Vandy, they would be favored by a couple points as well. Whatever. Give me Vandy to go beat Texas in Austin.
Yeah.
I'm riding the Vandy train, boys.
Yeah, I like Vandy. They got Haynes King's twin brother playing quarterback. So.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
But I mean, they're going to pick Texas to win every game, and it just is crazy to me.
Vegas loves Texas, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I know they play better at home, but they should have lost to Kentucky, and they no doubt should have lost to Mississippi State.
Yeah,
no doubt. Vandy is more talented than both of those teams, and Diego Pavia, you could drop him in the middle of the Sahara, and he wouldn't care. He's still gonna play ball.
He'd be ready to play.
Be home, away. He can be in the middle of, I don't know.
He could be in this room I'm in right now, and he'd play ball.
You better get out quick because he's gonna hammer you.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I got Vandy as well. Texas just ugly last 2 games for them. Vanderbilt got a big win last week. I just trust Vanderbilt so much more. I never thought I would say, yeah, I trust Vanderbilt way more than Texas.
Yeah.
Never would have thought those words would ever come out of my mouth. But it is the way it is right now. Give me Vandy. Yeah, the 2.5 to Texas. You can go ahead and mark that one out. Give me Vandy by, I don't know. But yeah, I like Vandy.
Yeah.
I'd like to say by 7 or 10, but
the doors, I like
close.
It.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Last one, another fun one. Oklahoma at Tennessee and SEC in Knoxville. Right? You got kind of, is John Mateer going to be back more like he was before the injury? Can Joey Aguilar not throw bad interceptions in the game? Which defense can force the turnovers in the game? Turnovers in red zone. I'm pretty sure Tennessee's red zone defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Like ranked very badly.
Notre
Uh,
defense in general is bad.
has not been very good. Give up a lot of points. And
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma's been on the other end. They've been pretty good on defense. Ole Miss exposed them a little bit, but their offense is elite. Ole
Yeah,
Miss is. I'm still going Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to score too much. I just
yeah,
think they are, and I don't think Mateer's back ready to go. There, I'll tell you what. After he hurt his hand, some decisions that he's making are just not very good. Whether it's picks or incompletions. In the Ole Miss game, he had the easy throw to get a first down to
yes,
keep the drive going on the
yep,
fourth down. Cat was wide open on an out route, 1 or 2 yards past the sticks, could catch it, get vertical for a little bit too, and he threw it deep and threw it. I mean, it's covered up, so he didn't catch it. I
yeah.
mean, I got to see him make better decisions in those scenarios before I go and
Mm-hmm.
pick Oklahoma in a big game like this versus Tennessee.
Yeah, I took Tennessee too. Real a lot for that those reasons you said. The tier hasn't looked
Mhm.
the same since the
Mhm.
thumb injury.
Mhm.
Um, Tennessee's defense does scare me because they give up a lot of yards, a lot of points.
Yeah.
Um, and if Oklahoma can figure out how to run the ball in this game, they have that'll give them the best chance to win. But I still think
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's going to score too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee's defense is not as good as Ole Miss's, but I think their offense is very comparable to Ole Miss's.
Mhm.
As far as like being able to put points up, I like the over 55 and a half in this game just
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
I don't trust Tennessee's defense to be able to stop. I mean, if you look at the game last week, Ole Miss's defense, they gave up what, 26? I think that game went over 55 and a half or really close to it if it wasn't.
hmm
Um, Give me the over in that game. Give me Tennessee to cover the 3.5. I don't trust Oklahoma's pass defense hasn't been great this year. That's what Tennessee does, man. They like to throw the ball. Well, they
Yep.
like to run the ball, but they can throw it with the best of them. So
Right. Right.
give me some high scoring shootout here.
Yeah, I agree. High scoring Tennessee shootout, baby.
Hmm.
All right, that's for our P4. I'm gonna go G5 real quick. I'm gonna just read through all of them real quick, and then we'll go from there. Okay. The first one, Army at Air Force, Fresno State at Boise State, Navy at North Texas, and then the Pac-2 championship, Wazoo at Oregon State. Now, just just briefly, Army and Air Force. Here's the thing. Air Force, but both teams are running great offenses. I don't know if y'all know this. They run the triple option. Both teams do. I don't know if you were aware of this. I don't even know if y'all know what the triple option is. It's the best offense out there. All right. Air Force can run the option good. They can score a lot of points, but they don't give up a lot of points too. Army going to run the triple option pretty well. Will also give up some points. Not as many as
Hmm.
Air Force. I'm going Army. And also, here's the other thing. I got some boys there at Army, dude. Some boys at Army. Give me the Black Knights of Army to get it done and get their first win in the race for the Commander in Chief trophy to go make the Army Navy game. The winner of that is the Commander in Chief winner.
Mm.
I got Air Force, and
What?
the main reason is because they're at home. Um,
Ah,
Also, I think it's gonna be really close. I do. I can see it going either way. I agree, Jake. Air Force loves to score, but loves to let team scores as well.
they just like to see
Uh,
people get in the end zone. That's all.
yeah, they love it. That's why I like
Doesn't
the
matter
over
who it is.
that the over 48 and a half. I like that. I mean, you're talking it's got to
You
be
like
what
that?
27 to 24. Yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, give me Air
Air,
Force by a small margin. I just think they'll be able to score. I think they'll be able to score a lot.
yeah.
And they're at home, so give me that aspect too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I also am taking Air Force. Oh,
Army guys, I'm sorry. I
Army,
did not. I
salute.
listen.
But
Listen. I don't know what's wrong with these dudes.
we're still supporting the military.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's nothing. It's
Don't
nothing
question
against
our
Army.
patriotism here.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see about that. Fresno State at Boise. I think Boise State's gonna get after Fresno.
I do too.
I mean, I put it on here because Fresno State is a decent Mountain West team, but Boise State, I think, should get after them pretty good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much we need to talk about this, but Boise State, after their couple early losses to good football teams, they just dominated everybody else.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got
I'll
Boise.
just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. The Bronx, and I'm not talking about New York.
Mm.
Navy at North Texas. Navy. This is huge in the American Conference here.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, Navy's undefeated overall, and obviously in the American.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane has a loss, but they're undefeated in the American. No, who did I say? Tulane, North Texas. They have one loss in the American. All right. So North Texas can win this game. All right, and try to get back on track, while Navy can win it and stay in the driver's seat
Mm-hmm.
of the conference. And you already know I got some boys at Navy too. I'm going Navy midships. Give me the midshipmen. Now, I'll tell you this. Um, North Texas is favored by 6.5. The over-under is 65.5.
That is so many points.
It's a lot.
And I think there's a chance they may get the over. I don't know if
Yeah.
they will. I think there's a good chance North Texas scores a bunch. Navy's showing they can score a bunch. North Texas defense will give up some points.
Yeah.
Navy's defense will give up some points. So I think the over might be something that's attainable here. But I'm going
Yeah, I
Navy.
think so too.
Brian Newberry, Brent Wimberly, PJ Volker, Jim Carizzi, Tommy Laurendine. Let's freaking go, dude.
Respect all those guys and all the Navy midshipmen.
Get off the
Yeah,
show.
just thank you for your service, y'all, Army and Air Force, and I wish the Marines had a team. Hoorah!
All right, he's going North Texas Griff. Who do you have, son?
I'm
I'm
gonna go North Texas in this one.
I'm picking North Texas too. I think the over will be in play. I'll look for this one to be North Texas. I don't. I'm not going to give a score. It'll only pour kerosene on this thing. So I'm going to sidestep the score prediction, but I do have North Texas to cover.
Okay, then. All right, last one. The first conference championship game of the season. Washington State at Oregon State.
Wow.
Now, Oregon State has won a game. They've won one game, 1-7. Washington State has put up a couple really good fights here in the last couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
I think Washington State's not even going to let it be close. I think they're going to get after Oregon State. It's going to be bad.
Dude, it is 3.5 to Washington State.
Isn't that something? Hit the 3.5, boys. What are we
Washington
doing
State
around here?
almost beat Ole Miss. Should have beat Virginia. Oregon State has looked terrible. I'm taking Washington
Not
State
just-
big.
Yeah.
This is actually the first installment of the Pac-12, Pac-2 conference championship because they play each other twice this year.
What?
They play this week and then they play the last week of the season on rivalry week.
Well, so let me give them both weeks then.
Yeah,
Going both times.
yeah. But
Wow.
yeah, give me Washington State to cover this one. Actually, 9x the spread, and I'm taking Washington State to cover it. Not really,
Wow.
but yeah, give me Washington State. I think they blow the 3.5 out of the water. I like them to win by 14-20.
Fair
Even though
enough.
they're playing at the Beeves, at the Beeve Coons.
Fair enough. Okay, listen. This is what we're gonna do. All right. Let's not take a super long time with this. We're gonna go any really good bets you feel out there. I'm saying maybe two or three. All right. Take your
I've got
top two or
27.
three. Griff, you start. Don't give us all 27, you rascal. But give us about two, three, maybe four if you got a fourth really good one,
Okay.
and
Uh,
then talk us through them there.
yeah, I've got one on a game that we didn't talk about. Actually, I've got two um, that we didn't talk about. Houston minus 13 and a half. They are playing. They're playing at home against West Virginia. Give me Houston minus 13 and a half, and give me Baylor minus 3.5 at home against UCF. I just like Baylor to put up some points, man. I like them to just absolutely pour it on. And then my third, Cincy plus 10.5. I know we already talked about that one, but
Mm.
give me that one.
All right,
Yeah.
D. Do you have a couple as well?
So I had the Cincinnati one. We literally just talked about it. Washington State minus 3.5. I mean, I feel fine with 3.5, but if it goes south, I always like buying the hook, so going minus 2.5.
Yep.
And then I've got Vandy.
If you're listening, we got a couple point pushers. They just love to push those points around and move them. I don't know. They love it. Go ahead,
Goalpost,
D.
am I right?
Yeah, go ahead, D.
I'm going to take Vandy money line, but I think with them being plus 2.5, buy that up to 3.5. Push them points, son. Push them points.
We're
Up to
point
3.5.
pushers in here.
Up to 3.5 to give you the hook, and then I had Cincinnati as well, plus 10.5.
Oh, well, Cincy. Okay. Well, I've got a few for you right here. All right. So, one, now this is a weekday game. This is a Thursday night game. This is tomorrow. And we all know how Thursday night games go for me and anybody else in the country. They're spooky, and you can't mess with them, especially in Spooktober.
Hmm.
Squattober time. You know what I'm talking about. Tomorrow's Max Party Day, in case you were wondering. Coastal Carolina plus 6.5. Give me that right there. All right.
Plus
There's
seven
one.
and a half, you mean?
Good call.
Hey,
Good call.
y'all are gonna stop pushing my points around, okay? I'm stopping the garbage. All right. Next one, and y'all may not like this one. UNC plus 2.5.
Mm.
I like it.
I love it, and
I
it's
do.
not,
I
and it's
like
on a Saturday. I'm sorry, it's on a Friday.
Mhm.
That's scary. That's
That
still
is that is
that's a
actual
good one.
Halloween day.
Mm.
That's Halloween, dog. All right, here's another one. Plus 1.5 Army.
I
Plus 1.5 Army.
I can see it.
Okay.
I would buy that to
Y'all
probably like
talk to
plus 14.5.
y'all mentioned y'all mentioned Vandy, and the last one I've got for you is Duke plus 2.5 at Clemson.
Mm.
Give me two plus 2.5. Oh, 3.5. 2.5, baby. Let's do 2.5. Okay.
Clemson win by field goal, please.
Y'all y'all are something, man. Y'all are something else. Anyway, all right. Now we'll get into conference predicting kind of conference winners, or at least the conference championship game. All right. We'll just kind of go through each conference. Doesn't have to be a long, drawn out thing. We'll just go right through. We talk about it. ACC. Okay. ACC. Hold on. I'm going to pull up some stuff for you. The ACC, you got Georgia Tech, Virginia undefeated in the conference, Pitt, Louisville, SMU, Duke, and Miami all with one loss.
Mm.
I'll start. I think Georgia Tech's winning out in the ACC and making the championship game.
Yep.
And then I think even if they lose to Georgia, they're getting in the playoff, even if it's
Yeah.
an at-large. And I think Georgia Tech, you know what? I know Virginia is undefeated. They got Cal, Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia Tech. Oh man, you know what? I may be thinking Georgia Tech and Louisville in the championship game. Louisville's got the head-to-head on Miami. Pitt's there. Pitt's a good one though. Georgia
Mm-hmm.
Tech, Louisville,
Yep.
and then with ACC, Georgia Tech, Louisville. Georgia Tech's undefeated ACC, either 12-0 or 11-1, depending on the Georgia game. Whether Georgia Tech wins or loses, Georgia Tech's getting in the playoff. Obviously, they'd win. If they lose, they're getting in. I think whoever the other team is, especially if Louisville can stay with one loss, maybe even two losses, I think they're going to get into. Now, here's the big one though.
Get
What
into
do you do with
what?
Miami? Playoff.
Okay.
What do you do with Miami if they win out? Because then there's three ACC teams. Everybody's saying there's no way three ACC teams are getting in.
Yeah.
Well, if you saying if Miami wins out, they won't be in the ACC championship.
I'm saying that's a question. I don't know because you've got Miami, because Louisville's got the head-to-head on Miami. Say both
Yeah.
Louisville and Miami win out.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got Georgia Tech playing Louisville, and then now you've got Miami
Oh
who
boy.
lost to Louisville, but it has one loss.
The second game.
Yeah.